I don't know if it sounds more Christmas or Smokey Robinson, but it's like Christmassy. It's like Christmas at Smokey Robinson's house. Celine, am I gonna love again? No. It's a pretty solid soundtrack. If 5 is decent or solid and 6 is good, 7 is great, I would probably give this Hi friends, your buddy Gilbert here with a very special video. Before we get started, real quick, if you are new here, please take a moment to head over to that subscribe button and smash the bajangles out of it and ring the bell so that you can get notified the next time I drop another exciting video just like this one. As I've said in like the last 3 or 4 videos here on this channel, it's a very exciting time to be a Celine Dion fan. Her brand new movie, Love Again, is right now in theaters across the world, and I really think that you need to go out and watch that movie. Now, I have recorded an entire movie review, and I really put a lot into it, so it's taking some time to edit, but I promise it's on its way. Hopefully by the time that maybe you're even watching this, they'll both be out, but if it's not out yet, you're like, where is it? Where is it? It's coming, okay? It really is, it's coming. But I thought that I'd get on here because the entire soundtrack just dropped like maybe 5 minutes ago. And of course I have to do a reaction to this. Now, I'm putting it out there now that I'm only going to be reacting and reviewing the new songs. The reason for that is at some point I'm going to be reviewing the entire, like all of her albums, right? And every single song is a piece of that album, so I don't want to rob that work and concentrating on that song when it's part of that album, because I see albums as like a whole project, like a whole story in that artist's life. I don't want it to be redundant and react to other songs when, you know, because obviously there's a lot of her older material on this soundtrack. I will react to those songs in the context of those respective albums. So we're going to do the top 5, or the new 5 that just got released. Now, technically, yes, I will be reacting to Love Again and I'll Be Again. The first listen, those video reactions, the link are in the description. Now remember, when I listened to Love Again for the very first time, I lost it. I bawled like a baby. So hopefully I'll keep it together today. But I will, those are kind of the exceptions because those were like single releases. So I'm going to react to those again as well, as long as the brand new 3 ones that I've seen only during the film once. So let's get right into it. Here we go. You guys excited? I am.
Rising tides, tears you cry every night seem never end.
Celine, you're gonna do it to me again.
But that's just life. The last goodbye, high and dry, that leaves you empty. You might think your world is ending, but it won't. You might think you need to give up, but you don't. 'Cause you don't have to move around and just keep moving. Every move is a new emotion, and you don't have to find the answers, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, the storms subside again. This is not the end, and you will love again. Summer rain, day by day, sadness fades, the wound is healing.
Sing, Celine.
And time goes by, eyes will dry, and you will find someone to heal with. You might think your world is ending, but it won't. You might think you need to give up, but you don't. 'Cause you don't have to move around and just keep moving.
Yes.
Every move is a new emotion, and you don't have to find the answer, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, storm subside again. This is not the end, and you will love again.
Come on, bring it home, Celine.
Oh, you will love again, again, love again. You will love again, again, love again.
So good.
'Cause you don't have to move a mountain, just keep moving. Every move is a new emotion, and you don't have to find the answer, just keep trying. The sun will rise again, the storm subside again, but this is not the end.
And why is that, Celine?
And you will love.
What?
You will love.
I will what?
You will love again.
She sounds so good. Oh, Celine. Oh gosh, I do love that song. I just remember it being, it's not 5 in the morning now. It's 9 o'clock my time. Well, a little bit after 9 o'clock my time. I'm in Los Angeles. But yeah, I remember I woke up, made that bed early and got my coffee and just sobbed. 5 o'clock in the morning sob. Well, actually, I woke up like at 4 and then just sobbed. It's not really spoiler, but it kind of is spoiler, like just as far as like the structure of the film. So this song is not in the movie while the movie is rolling, right? It very much like My Heart Will Go On. That song was not in the film, but it played during the credits, right? And it's associated with the film. So it's kind of the same thing with this song. The song is not featured during the film until the credits roll, just like My Heart Will Go On. But I think that it's beautiful because as I'm listening to this song, I'm replaying the film in my head and just seeing those images of MARIAH, Priyanka's character, on the couch wearing her you know, deceased boyfriend's sweater and wearing his shirt. And it's a journey. Getting over somebody is a journey. I mean, I don't know that story if it was because of a death, but it is not easy. I mean, even if it wasn't a death, you are grieving the death of a relationship whenever you're getting over a broken heart. So I think in that, it's universal, right? You're mourning and you're grieving. So this is such a great song of hope and encouragement that it will come. Now, I saw a Kelly Clarkson interview with Priyanka recently, and you know, Priyanka was like, everybody wants to love again, and Kelly's like, oh, girl, not me.
And I love that moment of being able to go into theater, getting like a bag of popcorn and sitting and watching a movie that makes you feel hopeful, and happy, and you find love again.
It's like the opposite of watching the news.
Find love again.
Yeah,
yes.
Some of us don't. But
I think in time, I think it's still so fresh, and Kelly is dealing with her chemistry album right now and talking about the breakup of that, the divorce. So she's not in that place where she wants to find love. And even I can relate to that. There was a big season in my life where after I got over a relationship, I didn't want to love again. Somebody was like, you couldn't find love. I was like, oh, no, not me, not this time. But I think we're all human beings. We need that time to mourn and to grieve. And then for some people, you know, you can gently head towards being in a new relationship, and it's a healthy thing. I don't think it's healthy to rush into a relationship right after. I know, I mean, I don't mean to be shady, but there are some people that just cannot handle being alone, and then they end up hopping from relationship to relationship, marriage to marriage so quickly, and it's like they never allow themselves time to be alone and to grieve that relationship and to stand on their own 2 feet again. They're just, I guess it's a codependency thing, so I'm not trying to judge, but that, you know, you gotta let yourself heal before you could be good for the next person, and even for yourself. Okay, this isn't supposed to be like a life coach lesson thing. It's supposed to be a review, Gilbert. Keep it to the top. Okay, so now we're gonna listen to I'll Be. This one hit hard for a lot of us. I know that a lot of us were like, oh, love again. Oh, it's cute. It was good. Oh, cried. But then I'll Be dropped and everybody lost their blank, right? So let's go lose it together again. Let's listen to I'll Be. It's my jam, y'all.
You are a wildfire and I wanna be your oxygen.
Sing, Celine.
You are a dreamer, and I'll be the arms you're sleeping in. You are a butterfly, and I wanna be your blue sky. You are a gypsy, and I'm on your passenger side. Wherever you go, I'll be.
How can you not love this song?
When you need me close, I'll be. No, you won't be alone through the highs and the lows. You know you got me. Wherever you go, I'll be. You are an angel, and I wanna be your messenger. You are the lightning, and I wanna be your thunder. You are a shooting star, and I wanna be your night sky. If you ever lost, babe, you just gotta close your eyes.
I love that line.
Wherever you go, I'll be. When you need me close, I'll be. No, you won't be alone through the highs and the lows. You know you got me. Wherever you go, I'll be.
Come on, Celine.
Wherever you go, I'll be. When you need me close, I'll be. No, you won't be alone through the highs and the lows. Know you got me. Wherever you go, I'll be.
Oh, Celine. Oh, Celine. That is a banger. That is a banger. I feel like everyone that has heard that song is like, this is it. This is the one. This single kills. I mean, everybody. I think people loved Love Again, but I feel like with this song, it's like Celine is back, right? Like this it's got such an uplifting. Not that Love Again wasn't uplifting. It is, but it's uplifting in a different way. I feel like with Albee, it's uplifting in the more like classical way of like positive and cheery and, you know, on your way to go meet someone, and like it's a love song as opposed to Love Again being like this thing that's trying to pick you up from being broken down because of love. It's still positive, but it's a different aspect, right? Different side of being positive. It's more blatantly positive. And so I think this is why it's really resonating with a lot of people, because people just want to feel that way again. They want to love again. They want to be devoted again. There's kind of a shortage of love songs, isn't there? There's a shortage of love songs in today's music world. So I think this has found that place. It's scratched that itch. It's given us a drink of water for our parched lips that have been missing pop love songs. So thank you, Celine. Of course, you're the one that supplied this to us. Okay, the next song. Now, this is where we're going to get into songs that I've only heard once when I was watching the film. And obviously, it wasn't the entire song. Like, it was either like in the beginning credits. That one's The Gift. That's how it opened. And then, like, it's like the background song when they were at a bar. I think that was the Waiting on You or Waiting for You. It's one of those titles like that. I'm going to look back at this and be like, Gilbert, you didn't even know the title? What kind of fan are you, right? I actually have to look it back up. Maybe I'll edit it out. No, I'll leave it in. Waiting on You. See, I was right. And actually, this is the next one. I think this is the one when they were in the bar, right? Okay, here we go. It says Waiting on You. Giving us that throwback sound, Celine.
So the last time I saw you, you were heading out the door. That's when I'm thinking about you. Came and hit me like the cold. Now my heart is confused, but my body speaks the truth. It's as simple as this. I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you. Oh baby, I'm going crazy when I'm without you. Crazy, I can't take it. That's what you do. I'm hurting like hell, no, I'm just not myself. What a foolish thing to do. Crazy for waiting on you.
You better get up there, Celine, that's high.
Crazy for waiting on you. I've been looking for you.
That is high.
But this memory's just too strong. And this feeling's got no mercy. How am I supposed to carry on with you on my mind from morning till night? It's
Ooh, nice riff.
this. I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you. Oh baby, I'm going crazy when I'm without you. Crazy, I can't take it. That's what you do. I'm hurting like hell, no, I'm just not myself. What a foolish thing to do. Crazy for waiting on you. Crazy for waiting on you. Feels like time standing still.
I don't know if it sounds more Christmas or Smokey Robinson, but it's like Christmassy. It's like Christmas at Smokey Robinson's house. It's like that throwback sound, like on First Wives Club, you know, like that kind of like. You better sing, Celine. Remember in Naked when she sings that really high part? She like goes into like Mariah whistle stuff. This was getting close to that. This was really high. This was like really high falsetto, like past Bee Gees stuff. Celine obviously still has the range. And again, it was more of that throwback kind of sound. I just feel like a lot of Christmas songs are kind of going with that throwback sound. Kelly Clarkson's Mine that came out recently kind of also has that haunting throwback sound. Like you're listening to kind of like Motown oldies, right? Kind of a feel. It was very emotional. I loved it. I loved it. I love this song, Waiting on You. It was the perfect song to be in the background of a bar when they're having a first date. Okay, so this next one is going to be, I think, the big tearjerker. Very similar to Love Again. This is called Love of My Life. Now, if you remember in the movie, this comes near the end. I don't want to give too much spoilers if you haven't seen the film yet. You need to get your butt over to the theater and get yourself a ticket and go watch it so that I don't feel so guilty about giving. Well, I don't really give any spoilers, but almost given them. When the movie review comes out, it will be completely infested with spoilers. All I do is talk about everything that's in the film. So this is your little pre-warning now. And I'll have a warning on the video, like abort. Like if you have not seen the movie, this is like spoilers everywhere. But I'm going to try to do good on this review. But this song comes on a part where there's a struggle in the film. And some of us probably cried. So this is Love of My Life. And I do remember hearing it because I was like trying to pay attention to the scene, but then also listening to this. And it was just like, blown away by how beautiful this was. So I finally get to hear it in its entirety. Here we go. Love of my life.
I know it's been a little while, but I still think of you all the time. I memorized your stupid smile, and I can feel it kissing mine. Oh, from the first moment, and I would hold it down. From the first moment, from the first moment. You are the love of my, you are the love of my life. You are the love of my, always the love of my life. The good, the bad, the ugly too. I take it all because the truth is you. You are the love of my, you are the love of my life.
Wow.
My life.
Sounds incredible.
When it comes to you and me, I'll never say the word goodbye. Because we are eternity. Your essence is my lullaby. From the first moment, and I would hold it down. From the first moment, from the first moment. You are the love of my, you are the love of my life. You are the love of my, always the love of my life. The good, the bad, the ugly too. I take it all because the truth is you. You are the love of my, you are the love of my life.
Still gives me chills.
We were never close to perfect. Baby, perfect's not the world I wanna live.
It's true.
We were never close to perfect. We were never close, but no one is. So you are the love of my, always the love of my life. You are the love of my, always the love of my life. The good, the bad, the ugly too. I take it all because the truth is you.
You better sing, Celine.
You are the love of my, you are the love of my life. My life. My life.
That one. I'm so excited that I kept that one in because I was like right there at the edge of it, the whole song. What a beautiful song. And I love the simplicity of it, right? I mean, it really is just mostly piano and her. And I think that's how a lot of us really just kind of love Celine. She doesn't need a lot of accompaniment. I mean, not that I don't love songs like, you know, I'll Be and I Drove All Night and, you know, I'm Alive and River Deep Mountain High. Like, yes, give me an orchestra, give me so much instrumentation. But at the end of the day, you just throw in a piano. I mean, and obviously I can just listen to her a cappella. But what a beautiful ballad. What a beautiful, sincere, heartfelt, romantic, genuine, sweet ballad. Now, I know people are going to say, right, we're 4 songs in and there's one song left. There's only one song left. And I've heard it. It's the opening of the film, right? It's an up-tempo. There's no big belts. There's no big belts on this album. I think, because I would say, well, what about Miracle, right? Because what is there an album that Celine has where there's no big belts? I don't think there is. She leaves it somewhere on a lot of her songs. I wouldn't say most, but kind of sometimes. But I don't know that there's ever been an album where she doesn't have like a big belt, like a big number of like, and if you read her book, I keep plugging this. I plugged it a lot during my movie review of Love Again. But she talked about how for so long in her recording career, she was looking for a note. Like that was important to her. That's when she felt the strongest, was when she was hitting them high notes. And she loves to do it live because the heifer can, right? She can sing live like nobody else. And so Celine was looking for notes to record where she could really just unleash herself and just soar and hit and hold and sustain these powerful notes that nobody else could. And that was what motivated her until she became a mother. And then all of a sudden, A New Day Has Come was like the beginning of her singing, not because she had to prove anything anymore, but just singing because it was fun. And it's ironic that I Surrender is on that album, right? And like The Greatest Reward and Sorry for Love and so many songs with these huge notes. And then she just kept going with like I Drove All Night on the One Heart album, right? Like she just doesn't know how to not power belt. But I don't know, is it because of what's going on with her health? Is it just because of the songs, the material themselves? They're not calling. That's what I think. I think it's just the material itself. It doesn't call for big belty notes. And so I can see how some people, kind of like when Celine cut her hair, right? She cut for A New Day in 2003, she had like the Peter Pan blonde, really, really short hairdo. So many fans hated it. They're like, oh my God, they actually had a DVD set for release in 2004 with that haircut and they threw it in the trash. A lot of us were like, where is that DVD? We're waiting for it. And they got rid of it because they didn't want to immortalize that look for her. I mean, it's kind of already too late, but they didn't want it like even more immortalized in a DVD release where everybody was, I mean, I loved it. I saw the clips from it. She was really into it. A lot of fire there. But instead they went with the 2007 release where she had the long brown hair. All of this to say that, and Renee said that the fans have the final word. But she does things. She tries different things. And I guess that's what this album's about. It's not about her maybe anymore feeling like she has anything to prove. She doesn't have to hit these huge, gigantic, iconic, power belted notes. She's just okay with, not just okay with, but probably even on purpose, aiming to give us the songs the way that they're written, the way that they're arranged for the story, and not so much to show off vocally. And I can respect that, you know, and by no means are these songs easy. Like any of us that can sing, and especially those of us that can't sing, if we went to karaoke to try these songs, we would embarrass ourselves. Like even a really great singer would embarrass himself because no one is Celine. So these songs are not easy, but they are. I can see how somebody's like, they're not the Celine that we're used to, where she's doing these big power belted notes. So I can understand that. So we've got one more song to go, and it's called The Gift. And I want to know if y'all are ready to rock out with me. You ready? All right, let's do it.
Only love, only love, only love, only love is the gift. Oh. Only love, only love, only love, only love is the gift. Oh. Only love can illuminate, ignite the midnight dark. Only love can captivate, break down the coldest heart. Is it your light and then surrender? Healing, it is an anthem we have in our blood. We're needed. Only love, only love, only love, only love is the gift. Oh, only love, only love.
It's giving me Eyes on Me feels with a little bit of Love Me Back to Life. It's like if Sia did Eyes on Me. Kind of has like that tropical feel, right? A little bit to it too.
And feel it empower me.
Like Caribbean Sia doing something from Taking Chances.
In our blood, we're needed. Only love, only love, only love, only love is the gift. Oh, only love, only love, only love's all that we need to live. Oh, it's the energy, the air we breathe.
Sing, Celine. I gotta say, it's very surreal to hear these songs and hear them in their entirety for the first time, right? Because I remember, obviously, when I'm sitting there in the theater and I'm hearing them for the first time, like in snippets or like as background, I'm like, oh, I can't wait till I can hear it like in the car, like right now, like in my earphones, in full sound, and be like lost in it. So it's kind of, it's surreal. Like, I don't know how much of a reaction I'm giving right now because I process a lot. I do that a lot when I listen to a song like for the first time. Like I process a lot, but this is fun to just hang out together, right, and listen to it together. Where you guys bobbing out and be like, yes. So yeah, like I was saying during the song, I feel like this has that Sia feel again. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Soul. Soul was off of the Courage album, but it was a Japanese bonus track. It wasn't part of the regular Courage track listing. It was on, it's probably on your Apple Music. I know it's on Spotify, or you can probably find it on YouTube, but it's called Soul. And it kind of has that same feel a little bit, where it's up-tempo, kind of edgy pop in a style of Sia, but there is like this Caribbean tropical influence, a little bit of it. And like I said, I don't know, something about the way that she's delivering it kind of reminded me of Eyes on Me. That was just me. But I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. It made me want to, you know, get a pina colada and walk down the beach and, you know, in my swimwear, in my two-piece. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all don't want to see me in a two-piece, just saying. But yeah, so, okay, now it's time to rate the album, right? Well, remember, I'm not going to rate it. I mean, you just throw in Celine Dion's other songs, right? Because let's see what else is on this album. There's a score on here. It is called, I know my Wi-Fi settings. This is being weird. It's All Coming Back to Me Now, of course, is on this album, right? Because it's all over the film. All By Myself, right? Of course. A New Day Has Come, right? The album version, the ballad. Courage, right? Because during her sound check in the film, that's the way it is when she answers the phone. So we have Where Does My Heart Beat Now? And I was getting my life when they played that when I was in the theater. I was making a lip sync music video. It's fun to watch a movie with me. So Orpheus and Eurydice, because remember the play that she went to, that's a score number. And then we've got Celine Wisdom, another score. And then Love Takes Courage. Do you guys want to listen to that? Let's listen to that. Well, I've already got you here. Let's listen to it. Oh, I should probably unmute it. That's weird. I don't want to, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I'm not going to react to that. It's a score. Nothing's going on. Some scores are worth it, but in this one, I don't think so. All right, let me go back. Let me go. This is a messy review. People are going to comment in this section. Gilbert, you got messy. Where's your professionalism, Gilbert? Well, listen, I'm just being honest, right? I don't want to edit this too much either. So you're getting all of the realness. Only a couple edits, like if I have to go to the bathroom or something. Celine Wisdom, this one's called. Sounds wise. Celine, am I gonna love again? No. Excuse me, Celine. Okay, I'm kind of over this one too. Love Takes Courage. This is nice. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, so I've got an official like review 1 to 10. So for me, a 5 is decent. It's fair. It's worth releasing. It's worth promoting. Okay, that's a 5. And then a 10 is like it's like perfect. Like there's nothing that could have been done to perfect it at all. And 9 is like iconic, like one of the best soundtracks of all time. So just so you know where I'm going with this, I don't want people to think like, oh my gosh, he's rating them so low. Well, no, just I'm going to get to albums that are really, really worthy of being called the best of the best, soundtracks that are the best of the best. And I want to make sure that they get their just desserts. And I'm not just giving everybody a high score. But I think this is solid. I think it's above a 5. Because this music really does tell the story of the film. Even just listening to the lyrics, like listening to Waiting on You, listening to The Gift, listening to Love of My Life, Of Course I'll Be in Love Again, they really do tell the story very well of the protagonist, of MARIAH, and of course, Rob, Sam's character. So that it's an awesome soundtrack. I mean, the score, I don't know about how I feel about the score, not because it's like bad or anything, but I just don't, I wasn't really big into scores or whatever. And then you combine it with the other songs that are from her, her previous albums, and it's a pretty solid soundtrack. So if 5 is decent or solid, and 6 is good, 7 is great, I would probably give this, oof, as a soundtrack whole, yeah, I think I'm going to give it a solid 9. Yeah, I think it's really high. I think it's great. I think because it has songs from her previous albums that really fill in where the new songs, you know what I mean, kind of lead. I think it's solid. Yeah, I would give this a solid 9. That is really good. A 10 would be a perfect score with some of the best songs of all time written attached to it. It's right below that. but it's beyond great because there's nuggets of brilliance, I think, in this. So I would give this a solid 9 for sure. If you enjoyed hanging out with me, listening to these brand new songs, and you watched the film, or maybe you haven't watched, if you haven't watched the film, please go watch the film. That way this will all make a lot more sense to you. Well, first, please smash the subscribe button, then drop me a comment, smash the like button, and let me know what you think of the movie. Which of these songs was your favorite? I'd love to hear about that. What did you think of the movie? Let me know if you're waiting for my review of the movie, because it's coming. And just tell me something wonderful about yourself and about Celine. I'd love to read them. I read all the comments as much as I can, and I respond to them as much as I can. But yeah, I just really enjoyed hanging out with you. Thank you for watching this and hanging out with me too. And let me know if you agree with my rating of it. If you're like, Gilbert, it should have been a 10. I don't mind you telling me that, but please explain why. So, trying to keep this objective. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you. Thank you, by the way, for everybody. I've met so many of you, at least as digitally, like reacting to Celine content, because there's so many of her fans out there that I've been able to connect with. So I really love that. I'm appreciative of that. Anyway, I'm rambling. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.